The sponsor of today's stream is black tea. Black tea, it's delicious and it helps calm your throat when you're streaming. Order your black tea at your local Walmart or Whole Foods or whatever supermarket you have. It's good. So, today we're going to start Epic War 4. I am quite excited about this. But first, of course, I'm gonna get the chat set up on my phone. Let's see. There we go. All right. You may be wondering why I'm streaming on a Sunday instead of Saturday. Well, the answer is really simple. I just didn't really feel like streaming yesterday. And, of course, this is all for enjoyment, so I thought, why not do it on Sunday instead? Alright. So, I'm excited. Let's full screen. I think I'm not forgetting anything, right? Okay, that's actually... Are you really doing this? Oh my goodness. I now have to try to find... Okay. So that was kind of annoying. There we go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure no one was there to see that, but F11 is supposed to full screen. On my computer, instead it does something... I don't even know what it does. But, as you can see, it just hit the page, and so I had to just close it via Task Manager and load it again. What was I gonna say? Ah, right, yeah, so full screening. There we go, now it works. So, let's see. Alright. Let's start. So, new game. For eons, war has been shaping the continents. As conflict spread, songs and tales of conquest, struggles and heroics all spilled across the world, circulating among the people as they fought to live their daily lives. In the world of epic war, war is life. However, a formidable enemy threatens to end this age once and for all. Nations scoured the onslaught brought about by the impenetrable Iron Horse. Cities seal their gates, heroes are left stranded or imprisoned, tributes are paid, people starve, demoralization runs rampant, and kingdoms are left to ruin. A world without heroes is a dead world. However, one hero refuses to back down. Those who still have true courage within them, Vigraf the Red declares, must refuse to fall on their knees in the face of oppression. True heroes must learn to shed their cowardice and fight. Lead your army of heroes across the continent and bring the world of epic war back to life. Alright. So, we are now in the Epic War 4 world. So, you know, with Epic War 1 only really took one stream to beat it. That was simple. Epic War 2 took 3 streams, where I just kind of progressed throughout the levels and leveled up a bit of elves, I guess. And Epic War 3 took 3 streams once again. It was always clear what we're gonna do. In Epic War 3, we're just gonna play through each of the campaigns, and of course I did some of that off screen. But here, in Epic War 4, I'm actually not sure how to split this up. Obviously, at first I'm going to do the levels, but then there's also gonna be a hard mode and epic mode. I'm not sure if I'm gonna complete everything on normal and then do hard mode, or if I'm going to try hard mode before completing everything. But, of course, right now, we just have to start. So, this is the arrange screen. By the way, I do quite like the interface of this game compared to Epic War 3. I think it's... I mean, perhaps it was because... because... I'm just more used to it. Oh, hi Jimmy. Nice. Yeah, I just started streaming too, so that's a lucky coincidence. We're just starting Epic War 4. And as I was saying, Epic War 4 is the first Epic War game that I played by a long shot. So I have some nostalgia associated with it. There are some aspects of it that I like better than in Epic War 3, and some that I don't like as much. But overall, and I mean, of course, partly that's due to my nostalgia, but I like Epic War 4 not just more than Epic War 3, but more than any other Epic War game. So we have a hero, Vigraf the Red, with one F for some reason, I don't know. It said, I think it had two Fs in the other parts, and then a unit, Goblin. And we can equip them, just like in Epic War 3, except here instead of cards there's circles, I guess. And I kinda like that because, you know, even though the system itself is the same, some people complain about, there's cards in Epic War 3, and they're not gonna complain about that here. That's actually funny. Alright, so we can go to upgrade, and once again, the upgrade system, I like the mystery that you, like, unlock something and then you see what lies after it. I like it more than Epic War 3, where you just get your units as you level up. Hello, System Crasher. Welcome to Epic War 4. Yeah, we're just starting it. Let's see. So I'm gonna save. I think I had some save data because I must have played this, like, earlier, but obviously we're starting from scratch. There is the help page here. People don't usually read the help page, but some people, because they don't read the help page, they miss this important tip. To unlock the fourth hero, one of your hero must reach level 3. So basically, you can get this hero and this one, but you can't get the hero on the green, I guess, web, until one of your other heroes is upgraded to level 3. And some people, I mean, I guess they don't expect these tips to be here, and so I guess for them either they are lucky enough to upgrade it and then see and then unlock one of these heroes, or they just never find out. See, so that's definitely a useful thing to have. So are you gonna be riding home right now, or like in a while? I guess if you're riding home right now, then I'll see you in 60 minutes or so. Yeah, that's all we really need to say before jumping into level 1, warming up. Yeah, alright, see you in like an hour or an hour and a half. I'm sure I'm still gonna be streaming by then, because these streams usually take like 2 hours. They're usually 2 hours long or more, depending on, you know, the particular circumstances. The last one was pretty long because we actually beat the caves of trial. This one, I mean, we're not gonna beat the game in one stream, so we're gonna probably stop like whenever we decide to stop. That's it, basically. Also, hey Robert. Alright, let's just get into the game. By the way, may I mention, I'm gonna skip through the tutorial. The only really thing that's notable that some people might not know is that just like in Epic War 3, can you not use WASD here? You can only use arrows. That's weird. You know, I thought that you'd be able to use A and D to scroll, but you can only use arrows. So basically, you might not know that you can click on the map to send your unit there, just like in Epic War 3. But if you know that, nothing really, everything is intuitive, let's just say that. Anytime someone says my name, I die. How so? I mean, I think it's a pretty cool name. And the last stage is the Invincible Goblin again. The Invincible Goblins are not on the last stage. The last stage is actually, it depends on what mode you're on. It's 3 different enemies depending on what mode you're on. But this first one, it's just goblins, and they're basically... It's going even easier on us than Epic War 3, Epic War 3 at least had some enemies. This is just goblins. It's just to, you know, to learn how the game works. Personally, I think they could have given the castle less health because, you know, for such a simple level, it would be cool if it ended more quickly, but it's not long, so that's fine. There is actually 5 heroes in this game, if you didn't know, because the green web has 2 heroes. It has one hero that you start with, and then another hero you can unlock later. And that 5th hero is the Congregate exclusive. The 4th one is, so, you know, these are, what do you call it? V-Graph, of course, we start with him. We can also unlock the, you know, Popo, the epic dwarf, who's going to walk and by walking destroy everyone, because he walks so epically. And Simon the Magician, who isn't all that great. The 4th hero is Cassandra the Queen, and the 5th one is Kara the Slayer. I mean, if these names tell you something, then good, but if not, I think we're just gonna reach them and then see what they do. Maybe not in this stream, I don't know, maybe next week, but you know, personally, my favorite hero is definitely Popo the Epic Dwarf. He's awesome, he walks epically, and he, you know, against certain enemies, he is very good and does a lot of damage. He also can do a lot of damage to the castle, even if your, like, melee units are not at the castle, he can still hit the castle. And if all of his spikes, the reason that he can be so good against large enemies is that all of his spikes hit the large enemy, the enemy takes a ton of damage. But we haven't bought him yet, so we'll buy him and see what happens. Yeah, he is too epic to just be a hero. He is the hero of heroes. Let's see, we got some money. We could buy the comment shot. I don't really, I'm not sure if the comment shot is the thing I really want to buy. Of course, I want to get Mad Bulls. I want to get another hero, but I also want to get what's down here. So I'm gonna wait before getting more, or not. You know, never mind, I'm taking this because I want to, like, have a bit more for each next level. My kind of gripe with Epic War 4 is it's a bit easy, so you know, you can always farm and get a lot of money. I'm not going to be doing that. Like, I'm going to try to, if I beat a level, I'm just moving on to the next level, and only if I can't beat it, only then will I grind. That's gonna make things more interesting. So we bought the comet, we're going to equip it. Popo is a living war crime. Yeah. He is a base destroyer, and also a large unit destroyer, I guess. He has a hard time hitting small units like goblins, but, you know, by the time you have him, you probably have enough people to take care of the small creatures. So yeah, we had to equip the comet. And now we're going on to level 2. May I just say that the spells in this game are, you know, so throughout these streams of Epic War 4, there's going to be a lot of, I'm going to say a lot of things alongside, I like what they did here better than Epic War 3, or I like what they did here worse than Epic War 3. And the spells are the, you know, one of the worst things, because instead of each spell having a timer to regenerate, you just have a mana pool, and you can accumulate mana and spam spells so much that it's not even gonna be a challenge anymore. You know, that's what I don't really like about this game. It turns spells overpowered, and so I'm not going to be taking advantage of spells that way, because that makes things less interesting. So we have a Centaur and a Mad Bull. Both of these we've seen in Epic War 3. But, you know, something you can notice immediately is that there's much less people on screen than in Epic War 3. This game focuses less on, you know, throwing a whole bunch of bodies at you, and more about the actual details of the combat. That is something I like more in this game than Epic War 3. Because, you know, each unit actually feels like it has a weight, you know. Like this Mad Bull, you can actually feel his presence. In Epic War 3, you just immediately kill him and move on. Okay, so yeah, A just selected all of my units, so I guess that's why they have these hotkeys. I like the Epic War 3 hotkeys, I don't know why they had to change them, like Z to retreat, X to attack, and okay, I guess it makes sense that with A you select all of them, but you know, I have to use arrows to scroll, and I have to take my hand off the mouse. That's a bit weird. Hope that the audio levels are fine, because I mean, there is no music versus sound meter. If there was, I'd make the sound, I'd turn down the sound a bit, because it's drowning out the music right now. And this particular music, once again, is probably out of nostalgia, but I love this particular game loop. It's epic. It's not like Epic War 3's detailed songs. Okay, see you, System Crasher. Have a good road trip, whatever. Yeah, it's not as detailed as Epic War 3's music, but it's just epic. There are 2 tracks in this game, 2 battle tracks, just like in Epic War 3. The second battle track, we'll get to it, I don't like it quite as much, but this one is great. So we have... That was also a very easy level, we had some more enemies, but nothing, no serious... They didn't really fight back. They're gonna start fighting back hard at level 8. But for now, let's see, what can we get? We have just enough money to get the Phantom Ghosts. Also an Epic War 3 unit, you know, the arrival of the not arrival, but rival of the Mad Bulls, and you know, of that rivalry, just like in Epic War 3, I would say I like Phantom Ghosts more. Of course, I do still want to get the Mad Bulls, eventually, obviously. Sure, I'll still get Phantom Ghosts though. They're cooler, we're gonna have a bit of fun with them. There's less of them than Mad Bulls, but I think we'll have more fun with them than Mad Bulls. And we unlock the castle gate, which adds a small castle defense, pretty insignificant. There is, you know, one of these upgrades eventually is broken and just doesn't work. So I've gotta warn you guys about that. Alright, let's see. We're equipping Phantom Ghosts. As you can see, there's 3 hero slots, and each hero slot has 2 unit slots. If you have like another unit and equipment here, you're actually not gonna be able to use it in the game unless you have a hero for him. So like right now, I need another hero before I can get another unit, or I have to switch one of these units out. I mean, goblins don't really do much for me right now, but I would prefer to get a hero next. Level 3, the Mighty Cavalier, or yeah, I think Cavalier is the right way to pronounce it. And it's like, I know the developers aren't English, or American, they are, I think they're Indonesian or something. This may have been just an error where they meant to say cavalry, but I actually love this name. I think like, it gives it a flair. Mighty Cavalier. It's not just, you know, cavalry dude. It actually becomes interesting. So this dwarf engineer, we've seen him in Epic War 3 too. Thus far, everyone we've met, we've seen in Epic War 3. You know, they're pretty similar. And the game itself, the system is similar. It's not the same. You can see that the gameplay even feels different. But a lot of the units are the same, so they have centaurs again shooting at us. But, you know, there has to be a lot of centaurs to cause trouble. They do not have a lot of centaurs. They also have Phantom Ghosts. I think Phantom Ghosts are doing a good job for us right now. They're, you know, the hero's the main damage dealer, of course, but the Phantom Ghosts can help with some crowd control and not letting them spiral out of control if the hero is busy. Cavalier is an actual word, yes. I think it means like, I think it's a personality trait, but you know, it's actually kind of nice because, you know, I think it does fit the Mighty Guardian, which is going to appear anytime, any second now, maybe. I don't want to kill the castle before it appears because, I mean, it's even named after it. Come on, come on. Don't be this easy, game. I'm even going to retreat because that's stupid. Now, one of the things that I don't like quite as much, and this is not even a design choice, I'm pretty sure it's not. Like, you know how in Epic War 3, when your people weren't in combat, they healed? Here, they're supposed to do that too, but for some reason... Like, let's see how quickly these Phantom Ghosts heal. Okay, they actually heal pretty quickly. But heroes, they heal really slowly. And I have a feeling that might be because maybe it's not percentile based or something. Or maybe they decided to make it harder. But, you know, it kind of makes... I don't know. It makes it so that... Okay, there's the Mighty Cavalier. Okay. Well, I was gonna... Yeah, he's not something to mess around with. He's something to shoot at, and I'm not gonna spam comment. I'm not. I don't want to abuse the spell system. Oh, he missed because Vigraf's standing right on top of him. Right, but so what was okay? Okay, leave. Okay, never mind. You're dead. Yeah, what I was gonna say is it's better for you to kill your units so that they respawn in full health than to leave them damaged, because it will take forever for them to heal. So he's leaving because he's injured. Let's send another comet at him and the centaur. Obviously the comets don't do much damage right now. Okay, got the ghosts too. Killed the cavalier. And like again, we could have left him alive and he wouldn't regenerate very fast. But right now he's gonna regenerate and come back in full health kinda soon. In any case, see, you know, like, you can see that the units have more weight. This one dude actually caused some problems for us. Whereas in Epic War 3, you know, the Black Knights, I guess, are the closest thing to these guys. But, you know, can easily just kill one and move on. So that's, you know, I like this more about the battle system. And we got quite a bit of gold. Not enough to buy a hero. I'm gonna wait before I can get a hero. Alright, level 4, the Spearmaster. Let's see if this becomes any more troublesome for us than the last level. The last level wasn't very troublesome. We could have just rushed and killed the castle before the Mighty Guardian appeared. But I decided to give him a chance to appear, and he did. He proved himself to be badass, but not badass enough to destroy the hero and my comets. More dwarves, more dwarf engineers. There are no regular dwarves in this game, they're just dwarf engineers. Kinda like gnomes, I guess. Little dudes, goblin-sized. But, you know, you'd expect a gun to do a lot of damage compared to a goblin knife. But it doesn't. They're basically goblin equivalents. And I think there isn't even as many of them. So okay, that is a lot of phantom ghosts. It's more than I have, that's for sure. Well, shooting them like this does help. Okay, so this is the spear. So you notice how both the Spearmaster, the Valkyrie, oh nice, she just got stunned by the comet, and then by Vigraf twice. And then killed by the comet. But both this and the Mighty Cavalier, not units from Epic War 3. So, if you thought this was just gonna be regurgitated Epic War 3, not quite. Not quite. We have new units, and I must say, like, one of the good things about the game is that it feels a lot less repetitive. In Epic War 3, you know, despite you fighting different factions, it often feels like the same thing, you know. Just one faction is slightly harder, the other is slightly easier, because they're just throwing bodies at you. Just which bodies, well, it depends, but it's still throwing bodies. Here, this actually feels diverse because you're fighting different enemies, you sometimes have to use different strategies. Yeah, that is fun. Okay, that is the succubus, and if we can get her to well, I'm just gonna shoot her actually. But like, if we could get the succubus to appear on screen, I think we can do that, sure. Ouch! My phantoms. Okay. So, the succubus right here. I'm pretty sure she looks the same as Epic War 3 succubi, but her attack is different. That is weird. So let's see how fast the hero heals. Actually, no, we need him to get rid of this Valkyrie right here, because she's just... yeah, all my phantom ghosts are dead. That's how cool the attack of these units is. And we'll get to have them later. It's like... we gotta look forward to that. So, she's damaged, she's retreating. Let's retreat with our hero too, and let's see how fast we heal. So fall back, but the phantoms are gonna stand right here. And the goblins. Oh, they decide to attack with all of their phantoms. See, they're not giving our poor hero a break. There we go. I think that gave him a break. The succubus just standing here alone. Don't know why. You know, it would make more logical sense for the ranged unit to stand behind the melee unit. And we can shoot them a bit more, but not spam. I'm not gonna spam. Which one of the enemies in the whole game would you want to see the least in real life? Okay, that's a very good question to think about. Out of the ones that we've seen right now, probably the succubus. I mean, at least the other guys have to get close to attack. But out of the entire set of enemies in the game, the invincible, you know, I guess we can't spell, you know, we can't cast meteor in real life, can we? So, and we can't have dragons, so that means that black goblins would be extremely hard. But, you know, if we could assume that we had a way of killing them, then probably the black inferno dude, because he had so much health, it's it'd be practically impossible to kill him, even if he's not, like, resistant. If you don't know what I'm talking about, well, you'll see, don't worry. Let's see. Valkyrie is going forward, Succubus is not. So, unlike Epic War 3, they added AI to this game. Nice, I stunned her. So they can actually attack and retreat now. Thing is, this AI is not very good. Why are you turning around, Vgraph? Like, they added AI, so it's not just they all charge forward, one hit, but... like, they assemble their enemies and then they attack, but they don't attack at the same time. Each individual unit, like, group, like, the Phantoms attacked, then the Spearmaster attacked, then the Succubus attacked. Like, wouldn't it make much more sense if all of them attacked at the same time? Then they'd have melee guys attacking us and then the Succubus shooting from the back. That would make the game actually challenging. But they only have one... like, it's gonna get even worse later. They only have one type of unit attacking us, and that's easy to deal with. That's but you know, they are obviously causing trouble. They almost killed Vgraph, and we have to... you know, we have to actually retreat and regather our forces before we can finish off their castle. There we go. What about you? Which one of the enemies would you not want to see in real life? Alright, Phantoms. Oh, nice. I was expecting to only hit 2, but we actually hit 3 Phantoms. So, you see, you know, like, we could have played the previous levels a few more times. And got more money, and got, like, another hero for this, or a unit even. A hero and a unit. But that would make the game not really interesting. Right now we're actually kind of struggling in this fight. Okay. But the Valkyrie died. Now it all comes down to whether they spawn a Succubus soon. They just spawned a Succubus. So everyone fall back, but the goblins are going to march anyway. Vgraph, I told you to fall back. Actually, no, don't fall back. Die. I want you to die so that you respawn and you have full health, because this is becoming kinda annoying to deal with. Let's see. Succubus? I do not appreciate your attacks, you do them anyway. Oh, nice, that just blasted her. Okay, she's dead, she's probably gonna respawn soon. But we have our hero. Yeah, I mean, the 80 does a lot of damage. He can't really hit behind, like... he can't hit at all places he'd want to, though. Well, he's still terrifying. He'd probably be able to destroy anything he wanted to, except if we actually thought about how to deal with him. But I mean, he wouldn't be able to destroy the entire sheer might of the humans. No, just individual humans. Let's see. I'm just waiting for some more succubi and Valkyries to blast them with comets, and not a spam of comets, just a couple comets, you know, the amount that I would be able to get when talking about Epic War 3 comets. Okay, thank you for stunning her V-Graph, because we don't want to let her get her ultimate attack off. That one destroys everything and does too much damage to the hero for me to be comfortable with letting her use it. Right now, as you can see, this is not to the scale of Epic War 3, but this game scales, you know, so we're gonna see more interesting stuff. So V-Graph is once again getting hurt, and I'm trying to get the Succubus. I think the Succubus actually missed V-Graph that time around. So, can you stun the Valkyrie? Thank you. But the Succubus stunned you. And I'm gonna keep using that comet on her. Can you, like... Well, I guess the request to not die is too much for V-Graph. At least now they're gonna be damaged. See, the Succubus is almost dead. We'll be able to kill her easily when we do our next push. I want to do the same for Valkyries too. The Valkyries should be weak enough for us to be able to take her out with ease. See, I'm aiming here because, yeah, because of her attack. She just lunged forward right into my comet. And now I'm aiming here to get her and the Phantom Ghosts. So, you know, the aiming... Okay, she heals way too fast. I wasn't actually expecting that to hit the Valkyrie too. Nice. But yeah, we're assaulting and... let's hit them again. Not gonna kill anyone, but it will weaken them. Let's see. Stun. Almost dead. She might get one attack off. Nope, didn't even get one attack off. Nice. Oh yes, the literal nuclear bomb. Yeah, I think that wouldn't be a very good thing for us to see. We don't have the shield spell. We're not as OP as these game units. By the way, I'm gonna state this again in the stream, just so more people can see it. But if you check the description, there's a link to a Discord server. I decided to set up a Discord server for streams so that it would be easier, first of all, to notify when I'm streaming, and second, to decide which games. Because, you know, after this epic, you know, we're gonna get done with Epic War 4 pretty quick, and then Epic War 5 even quicker. After that, what to play next? So, I mean, we can talk about that in the server to discuss which games we can move on to next. So, you know, the link is in the description of this stream, not on the other streams yet, but I have to go and update that. I don't think there was a ball on a horse. No, I think the ball, I think he's talking about level 14, the Big Bang. Alright, we actually got a lot of gold for that. So, you know, the good thing of long fights that are hard is that you get a lot of gold for it. So, we can get Popo the Epic Dwarf now. So now, all we have to do is walk. Ooh. We can't really get both of these. Alright, well, you know what? I'm gonna get Mad Bulls first. Because if I'm just gonna skip... and instead get other units, I'm never gonna get around to buying these. I could get Dwarf Engineers, but I don't really want to. Okay, fine, I'll get them. I'm gonna get them anyway. Might as well get them now while there's still some use to them. So we equip Popo the Epic Dwarf. Dwarf Engineers, so if we compare the stats, Goblins have 68 and 10. These guys have 70, 9 and 5. For some reason they have a really low population, because this is how much population the Mad Bulls have. But the Dwarf Engineers are much, much weaker than the Mad Bulls. I think there should have been like 8 of them, and not 5. Initially. Of course, we can upgrade them to increase their population, but I still think the Goblins are going to have much more population when fully upgraded. Let's see. So... we've equipped them, so that means we can proceed to level 5, Ice Mountain. We're going into an icy territory, which I don't know if this is like the entire globe of the game world, or if this is just a small part. Maybe it's a small part, but it's interesting that there's ice in the south, and then there's a volcano here. I guess it's not unreasonable or anything, I guess. Alright, thank you. Moving on to level 5. Let's see what they can throw at us this time. Last time they had phantoms and a couple other units, some of which, well, the succubus was in Epic War 3 with a different attack animation, I mean the different blast animation. The others weren't. Let's see what happens here. I think the bomb is like on a golden platter or something like that. We'll see. Thus far, they're just sending dwarves at us. Here's Popo the Epic Dwarf. You know, these little dwarves are losers. They got nothing in Popo the Epic Dwarf. Of course, he didn't kill a dwarf. Okay, he killed that dwarf. But yeah, he shoots cannonballs, then they explode, and the spikes, they reach all the way over here, like... And often they're gonna be able to reach the castle and do some damage to the castle, while our other units can't. So, you can probably see why Popo is a very, very useful unit. These bulls, I mean, they're not dwarves, they're mad bulls. They are back, and now they're grouping up to do some damage to us. We have mad bulls too, but we have other units like phantom ghosts, you know. Okay, so we have seen the Yetis. We've seen that they were pretty good in Epic War 3. We have not seen these archers. The only archer in Epic War 3 was the centaur. And we still have centaurs here, but interestingly enough in this game, in addition to the centaurs, we have some other archers too. So these I think are elven archers. They if my memory... Okay, they just froze a goblin. So these elven archers, apparently they can freeze. But they'd have to get lucky to freeze anyone I actually care about, like Vigraf. They'd have to get really lucky for that. The Yeti, we killed him pretty easily. More are coming, of course. But yeah, he does quite a bit of splash damage like this. So he kills and slaughters our small units and does damage to our big units as well. But he also gets stunned by Vigraf and comments and stuff a lot. And he is going to die kinda soon. There is no Dragon Rider in this game. It's just the Yeti is like, you know, the main burly frontline warrior. You know, I think there's also more unit variety in this game compared to Epic War 3. Like, Epic War 3, Dragon Riders and Yetis, they're basically like equivalent. And they had a lot of equivalent units in that game, but here, actually, you know, it's not that it was repetitive. It was, you know, like the Dragon Riders and the Yetis weren't the same unit, just reskinned. They actually had different stats, like the Dragon Riders could reach or something like that. They threw in the air. So, you know, this is not like a big deal or anything. Alright. So, we didn't even have to retreat for that battle. We can now get the orangutans. We could get a castle. We could get a gate. There's also the Berserk spell, which is... I mean, it is a great spell. I'm going to refrain from getting that yet. We're gonna get the gate. That's the Mighty Guardian, so the Mighty Cavalier that we've seen. And a Thunderbolt spell, which, once again, we have seen in Epic War 3. I could get the Thunderbolt spell, but I'm gonna get the orangutans. This is a new unit, and a pretty unique one too, and it unlocks a Rain of Arrow, which... I mean, I'm pretty sure this is the first of... you know, in Epic War 3 we had arrows, but they were just arrows at, like, at the entire battlefield like Epic War 1. This Rain of Arrows will be different. Oh, okay, and see, now we have to decide that we have to switch people, because if we equip an orangutan here, there's not gonna be a hero, we're not gonna be able to charge him. You noticed that in the previous levels, when Vigraf died, the units, they had like... they were crossed out, and they weren't accumulating. That's because our hero has to be alive for his units to accumulate. So, you know, I want to replace the Dwarf Engineers because they're really just worse goblins. I mean, one Dwarf Engineer is slightly better than one goblin, but 5 Dwarf Engineers is not as good as 10 Goblins. And we go on to level 6, Phantom Ghost, which you might find a bit weird because, I mean, we fought Phantom Ghost twice already. Why would there be a level? Is this like gonna be a big Phantom Ghost? Pretty sure that's not. No, it's just Phantom Ghosts. Maybe there's gonna be more of them this time around. I mean, I could waste a comment on these guys. I'm not using them a lot anyway, so I think I'm gonna do that. That killed the goblins, didn't kill the dwarf engineers. So yeah, their dwarf engineers are at least more... Maybe it killed the goblin because I was lucky. I don't know, like, is it gonna kill this goblin? Okay, that he got hit by a Popo spell. Not spell, but like a Popo shot. And the comet, and he survived. So yes, we got lucky with that one. These are new. They're magical units. They're there to help their pals Phantom Ghosts. But they are stupid, and they attack, like, they don't went for their melee support, you know, to attack. They just come here and attack, and don't think about the consequences. And the consequences are dire. See, if the game had good AI, that would be, it would be so much cooler. You can imagine, it's already cool even without it. But how much cooler would it be if the enemies actually knew what they were doing? So they attack with their Phantom Ghosts, destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. We have giant monkeys that are shooting rocks. The rocks don't hit a lot, but I assume that the bigger the enemy is, the easier it is to hit him with rocks. And here's the sylphs. Do you remember? Okay. The sylphs are not the only problem. We also have the coolest unit in the game. The Tiger Warriors. Which is weird, because the next level is literally called Tiger Warriors, and yet this is the one where they first appear. Weird level naming, I must say. So yeah, the sylphs went in front of the Tiger Warriors because they were stupid. We killed them. We're about to kill this tiger. Yeah, the sylphs, they're just like the mermaids in the previous game. They shoot horizontally, their attacks span the entire map. So we're gonna tell Vigraf to go like right about here and heal, because he was about to die. Perhaps healing is not the best option because he's healing very slowly, and if he died he'd recharge fast. Now every time he dies he recharges slower, but it's gonna be a while before he actually, you know, starts recharging so slow that it's better for him to go and heal. See, healing isn't very practical in this game, it's just like a slight small bonus, but if you can let your units die instead, that's what you should do. The Tiger Warrior is absolutely my favorite unit. He's the coolest unit. Might not be the best unit, but he's absolutely the coolest. And if you can tell, the profile picture of the Discord server actually is the Tiger Warrior's sword. Right now, I just used that because I didn't really have another profile picture. I thought I didn't know what profile picture to use, so I'll probably replace that. But like. So as you can see, okay, Popo, how about you fall back, goblins, and I don't know, all of the little units, and I'm counting Mad Bulls and Phantom Ghosts as little right now. Actually, you just stay here. If they were there, they could have distracted the Tiger Warrior and Popo would survive faster. Oh, the Tiger Warrior didn't want to attack anyway, but see, if we didn't do that, Popo would have probably died. What was I gonna say? Basically, see, why is this level harder? Because it has a good combination of a good melee unit and a good ranged unit. It is exactly because of this that they're giving us problems right now. They don't let us just, walk away with victory. They're pushing us back. They might even do some damage to the castle. But if they all attacked at the same time, that would be scary. Instead, it's just these guys attacking. I mean, the Phantom Ghosts too, but the Phantom Ghosts are not new. We've seen them, we've killed them many times. I was hoping that would hit one of the phantoms. See, if the sylphs attacked too, we would have been in some trouble right now. But they decided to stay behind. So yeah, she just walked in front of the Tiger Warrior. Okay. Let's see. I have to check something real quick. V-Graph not looking very good again. Might have to die. Okay, there is one advantage to letting him go and heal instead of killing him. If you let him go and heal, these units are still gonna be able to regenerate. But, you know, that's not gonna really be a problem because he respawns fast enough for that not to be a problem. He's dead. The Tiger Warrior is terrorizing our backline, but he is dead too. Because these Phantom Ghosts and Mad Bulls are helping us. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I called them little because they're gonna be a lot of bigger units in the game, but right now, they are quite useful. Now, see, notice this. Our melee units are not hitting their base. You know who is? Popo. Our epic dwarf. You know, that's why he's so crucial. That's why he is probably the best unit in the game. I mean, not unit, sorry, hero. The objectively strongest unit, I don't know. In Epic War 3, I thought the Centaurs were the strongest unit. Here, I'm not sure. Oh, by the way, the orangutans, they not only throw rocks, but when they slam the ground to get a rock, they actually do a bit of melee damage, but not a lot, so nothing significant. You know, these guys are the best purely because of their attack pattern. This is, like, amazing. They are the rivals of the Yetis, by the way. They have the same population as the Yetis, and, you know, overall very rival-like, kind of like Mad Bulls and Phantom Ghosts, but even more so. Once again, we have to retreat, so goblins, please buy time for Popo to escape. And yeah, I absolutely am on the War Tiger's side in the conflict. Let's see. Well, not conflict, I guess, just rivalry. You love the to farm upgrades. Yeah, see, this game allows you to just play levels and farm upgrades with it. And that allows you to buy really cool units. But, you know, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna try to first do it without upgrades. Okay, get in front to melee units, get in front so that ranged units don't get attacked. They died, now they got help from the War Tigers. Which threw V-Graph in the air, but not much else. Also, that comment was a waste. I don't care, I have a lot of mana. But, yeah, you can farm upgrades, but I'm not going to really farm much until a certain point. There is an amazing farm level in this game, by the way. You know, Epic War 2 had the level with, level 6 with hobbits, but this is gonna be much better. You'll see why when we get to it. Yeah, I think our spells do help us quite a lot because, well, especially with the ranged units. But yeah, I'm not abusing them or anything. V-Graph is gonna die so quickly, but that doesn't matter because the castle is going to... Perhaps we don't even need to retreat anymore. Okay, so Sylph die. Because if the Sylph dies right now, they only have Phantom Ghosts and the tiny little units. So we have this. We have killed their castle right about now? Now. There we go. V-Graph... V-Graph almost died. Also, my throat is getting tired. So, the sponsor for this stream, black tea. It is great for streams. I think I only had one stream where I didn't have it with me. That was the last one, I think. Let's see. Oh, by the way, we're unlocking achievements. We unlocked the Read Help achievement and now we cleared the 6th stage. They don't really give us anything, like in the next game, but I guess it's nice to see that, oh nice, we did this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. And yeah, we get validation from them. These cool looking silver/bronze icons. Alright. 10,000. Do you guys think it's time for us to buy the third hero? I kinda think so. But if we can't get him, I hope to get like Simon and the Mighty Guardian. Because the Mighty Guardian are good, but we're not gonna be able to do that. Either we get the Mighty Guardian and then just... sure. Yes, I'm gonna get the Mighty Guardian. This is Rage. Rage and Berserk, similar spells. And, you know, you can use them in combination. You can spam them so that they last forever, which, once again, plays into this game's lack of balance of spells. However, the two spells that we can actually get are Thunderbolt and Rain of Arrow. And we can actually get them both, so we're getting that. Rain of Arrow is, you know, the last spell in like this end of the web, so there's nothing there. Now we have to expand in this direction. And on this web, we haven't gotten everything, but at least we see what everything is. What we haven't gotten yet is Rage, the skill, and the Lord of Fire, which cost 100,000 gold. That's certainly doable right now. We're gonna have to wait until a lot later in the game to get him. And if you couldn't guess, this is the Fire Titan from Epic War 3, and there's gonna be some other Titans too. So looking forward to seeing what they are, you know. So we got the Mighty Guardian. Goblins, goodbye. We also got some spells. So I like to order spells by their mana cost. So 12, 42, and 54. That way, like, they get unlocked from left to right, and that's satisfying to see. I'm upgrading, so buying each hero is 5,000. Upgrading to the next level is 10,000. When I got 10,000, I considered like upgrading Vgraph or Popo and getting closer to this. But I thought we have so much that we haven't unlocked yet, so I think we should just unlock things first. Oh, alright, see you soon. And we are entering level 7. The Tiger Warrior, which we've already faced, but okay. So, last time they had Tiger Warriors, Sylphs, and Phantom Ghosts. What are they gonna throw at us this time to make this level more challenging than the last? And you know, the answer is either they'll have more units, or they'll have new units, or this isn't gonna be a challenging level. But there's only one way to find out, and that is to attack. We now have the Mighty Guardian. They are the Mighty Cavaliers from the 3rd level. They are awesome. They are actually magic units. Their attack is magical. This is, I think, our first magic unit. And they are kind of like tanks, and they also do good damage with good crowd control. But as far as damage and crowd control goes, I think the Tiger Warriors have that. These are more like a combination of tanks and damage. These are like the Paladins from Epic War 2, very, very similar. Let's see, okay. Let's try our Rain of Arrows. This is a new spell. We have not seen it before in Epic War 3, and it absolutely annihilated the Tiger Warrior. That's because the Tiger Warrior is weak to arrows. We are gonna be able to see those stats actually in the upgrade. After we finish this level, I'm gonna go to the upgrade screen and kind of see what our current units are weak to and strong to. But, you know, ironically, like, the Tiger Warrior is weak to arrows. They have a whole bunch of arrow guys. They also have Mad Bulls, but Mad Bulls are old news. These guys, we've seen them, like, Centaurs and Elves already, but we haven't quite seen them together yet. And now they're together, and let's try the lightning on them. This is the Epic War 3 spell. Obviously right now, very powerful. They have not yet gotten to a point where they can easily resist such a thing. So it killed everyone, but then more people appeared, including the ever so dreaded Tiger Warrior. It makes you think that if the Tiger Warrior is weak to arrows, and this level is called the Tiger Warrior, yet he's fighting alongside all of those arrows people, do you think that maybe the Tiger Warrior is just a facade, and it's really these Centaurs and Elf Archers who are the real masterminds behind all this, and they're just, you know, forcing the Tiger Warriors to fight with them and, you know, get destroyed because the Tiger Warriors are weak against arrows. Vigraf died, but I don't think we're gonna have to retreat. We have Mighty Guardians, we have Orangutans, which, by the way, again, there's an issue with the ranged units. They get closer and closer with every attack, and these Orangutans, they're ranged units, but for some reason they were all the way here at the castle. Here it actually was to our advantage, because they shielded Popo, and Popo did a lot of damage to the castle. But overall, like, if you're ranged, if you can attack from a distance, don't get close. It's not a good idea to get close, come on. Right, we got 8,000 for this. I think that might have been similar to what we got for the last level, but this level actually felt easier, because the only two levels thus far where they pushed us back, I think, were level 4, Spearmasters and Succubi, and level 6 with the War Tigers and Sylphs and Phantom Ghosts. This time the War Tiger had some more unlucky friends. The arrow guys are good and all, but they don't have the punch that the magical Sylphs have. And Mad Bulls, not as good as Phantom Ghosts. I'm Team Phantom Ghost and Team War Tiger, or I like to call them Tiger Warriors, that's a cooler name. And on level 3, I just decided to retreat, but if I didn't retreat, I'm pretty sure they would not have pushed us back. So, you see that Mad Bulls are strong versus melee, but weak versus arrows. So, on the last level, our Mad Bulls didn't do too well against their arrow guys, but the War Tigers didn't do much to them. Goblins are apparently strong versus magic and arrow, which is, I mean, it's not like that matters. They easily get destroyed anyway, but it's nice to know. Vigraf is strong versus melee and arrow. What about Popo? Strong versus explode. So there are some units that have an explode attack. Popo apparently has an explode attack. Vigraf of course has a melee attack. So do these guys. Phantom Ghosts are melee, but they're weak against magic, but strong versus arrows. This is an explode attack, actually, Comet Shot. And, you know, people who are weak against that, Comets are great against them. The Mighty Guardian is strong versus melee in magic. Right now, you know, this may not seem important, but we will get units in the future where they have good stats, but they're weak to things. And that's, you know, that's their other side of the coin, I guess. In any case, I think it's time to get Simon the Magician. And healing, we do not have enough money to get healing. Right now, we do not have enough money to get anything other than goblin upgrades or... we can't even See, the Dwarf Engineers, for some reason, the developers think they're like much better than goblins. There's less of them and they cost so much more to upgrade. They're just like goblins, they really aren't much better. I'm not gonna upgrade goblins, I'm not gonna upgrade the comets. I'm just gonna wait until we can get more units or spells. So now we can equip Simon the Magician. And it actually makes sense that Simon the Magician has all these weak guys, because as you will see in a bit, he's not very strong himself. And we are about to enter. Uh-oh. This is where the game gets hard. We're entering Ape Mountain. What kinds of apes do you know that are in this game? I mean, you've really already seen both of them. One of them are these guys, the ones that we have, and the other are the Yetis that we fought on level 5. But what if they team up? Not only do they team up, but you know how there's like there was one Tiger Warrior at a time last time on the level 6 and 7, or 2 Tiger Warriors? Like definitely no more than 3. On this level, they just have like 500 Yetis, 800 orangutans, many centaurs helping them. So, you know, it's not that these units in particular are great, it's that they have the melee power, they have the ranged power, and they just have a lot of numbers. Because of those numbers, it can be hard for us to attack them. Obviously, I should have probably attacked them immediately, because that wouldn't allow them to get their forces as fast. But let's show off Simon. So Simon is a wizard who creates a mountain of ice. That's a bit of a crowd control thing, but as far as health and damage goes, he's not very strong. And he can die easily, which is why I gave him the non-important units. So they're attacking with bulls. Now imagine if this entire armada decided to attack. it would be hard, but no, they're just attacking with Mad Bulls, so that's why it's like it's hard to win this level, but it's also hard to lose this level, because the enemy has the bronze but not the brains. Oh yeah, I am absolutely looking forward to the next level too, because, you know, this level is where things get hard. They don't stop being hard in the next one. Okay, so I did some lightning and I crowd controlled, and they decided that it was time to retreat. Well, guess what? Guess what, mofos? Lightning! There we go. See, they're still alive. The monkeys, they might not do the most damage ever, but they do have a lot of health. So, 3 lightnings, and there's still some alive. And the thing is, we can kill them, and the more are going to come immediately. And if we're attacking the castle, the orangutans are just gonna throw rocks at us from there. We can't get them, they keep damaging us. Eventually, our units are so weak that we are forced to retreat. That's the difficulty of this level. Now, if they took advantage of that, gathered their armies and attacked me to wipe me out once and for all, that would be an epic level and an epic opponent. But they really only attack with one type of units, so I'm gonna mention that a lot because it's a wasted opportunity. So Big Graf's gonna die, well, whatever. We are gonna have to retreat. Okay, so another thing about this level, the rocks hit, the rocks hit Popo. They bounce off other units and hit Popo, and so that means Popo is very vulnerable to the attack. Now, we're gonna stay here for as long as we can, because we want to do as much damage to their castle as possible. But we will soon be forced to retreat. I'm really hoping that before we retreat, we get their castle to half health, and I think that just happened. Now, Popo, it can die. I'm not gonna let him retreat like last time, because there's no point. First of all, these rocks are gonna get him even over here. See how weak Simon is to those rocks? I think he's weak to melee. We'll see. At least he doesn't have a lot of health. But yeah, we just let him die, let Popo die, and then Popo respawn pretty quickly. He's walking towards here again, or no, he's just standing here. And I mean, I could send him forward, but I have a feeling that, actually, maybe I should. I mean, we are doing surprisingly good. I thought we'd have to, like, leave this place by now. But it's like they didn't even drive us back. What happened here? Did we use our magic in a good way or something? I guess the orangutans, their orangutans, can't really hit very good targets. They can only hit units that are just approaching, or ranged units. And right now, we don't have Popo here. Okay, Comet. And Vigraf actually survived that. You see, I thought it would have to be pushed back, but I guess we played it just well enough so that we wouldn't have to. I'm actually surprised that we did this well. I absolutely thought this would be harder. Right now, level 6 was the most hard for us. Well, that's because we didn't have as many units. Of course, level 8 is, by itself, harder than level 6. So, have a lot of gold. Let's see. There are a few things we could do. 1, we could expand in this direction. 2, we could expand in this direction, the magic one. And 3, we could upgrade our existing units so that our units become better, and eventually we're gonna unlock this too. And I'm not sure what to do. I'm actually going to ask you guys, what do you think I should do? Should I first go move in this direction, this one, or upgrade what we have? I would make it a poll if I could. I don't think I can just like set a poll in a stream, but I mean, there's not enough of us for me to not be able to see what all of you guys say. Go for the magic, says DB. You will get the flame girl. Oh, I will, yes. The succubus. I will get both the succubus and the sylph. The flame girl and the, I don't know, ice maybe girl? See, because the problem is, recently I looked up what a sylph was, and apparently they're like air things. So I guess that projectile is air. The mermaids had a water projectile, but this one I guess is different? I don't know. I'm not really sure here. And I wanted to check if Simon is weak against... Simon is not weak against melee. He is strong versus magic. He's not weak to anything. The problem is he just has he does not have a lot of health. So he has 300. The orangutans have more health than he does. The mighty guardians have like almost twice as much health as he does. He's just not a very good unit. He's useful for crowd control, but he has to get close and take a lot of damage. That's why he easily dies. I think he might be the worst hero in this game, but as you will soon see, he does have a contender for that place, the worst hero in the game. Well, no one objected to your suggestion of going with the magic, so I'm going with the magic. Magic is actually really powerful in this game. We unlock the pixies. The pixies are healers. Now, I think they might be useful if we upgrade them quite a bit. I believe that when we get our base pixies, they don't actually heal a lot. We have to upgrade them to heal a lot, but we don't have enough money right now to go all out on pixies. Like, we'd have to go all out on them. We wouldn't be able to get anything else if we wanted them to heal. But we got the sylphs, and let's face it, we're getting the sylphs. That's not even a question. We now have a very powerful backline unit. I mean, orangutans are good, of course, but the orangutans have a melee attack, which is interesting. Like, the rocks, even though orangutans are ranged, I guess the rocks count as melee because they're not like arrows. They are a large object, a large, dull, blunt object that just hits you with a great force. So yeah, it makes sense that they're melee. Now we have a magic attacker as well. This is Alter Add Mana. It's actually gonna come in useful once we get more spells and actually use them a lot more. Do I want to upgrade anything for the money I have? I don't think so. I could only really upgrade the Comet or the Goblins, and that's like it. I'm not a big fan of any of those things. So we now have the sylphs. And once again, guys, Dwarf Engineers, we're switching you out, and I don't think we'll ever be switching you back in. Unless we like do a challenge of can you win with bad units. Yeah, they are not very good. Man, I mean, they got some use while we still had enough spaces. Like, we have a space, might as well equip them, but now we have better units. Also, I almost forgot to equip the healing. So mana cost is 52, and arrows mana cost is 54, so I'm ordering it like this. The healing spell, I mean, I think the healing spell is kind of like the pixies. You have to upgrade it for it to be really good, but it can still be good even at level 1. So let's go to level 9, which is Shooting Star. I like the level names of this game. They are actually they give a good image, like they put a good image in your head. They're epic or creative or just outright cool. So, you know what, I'm actually gonna send the goblins forward, because that's what the enemy does, and, you know, aren't goblins just supposed to be meat shields that you just send forward? I'm just gonna do that. Once we attack, we'll easily get the goblins, you know. Like, if the goblins die, they'll regenerate and they'll attack with us, but they don't even do as much. They die easily, so they're not gonna do as much. Now, notice, right now they have Dwarf Engineers, which shoot bullets, Centaurs, which shoot arrows, Elf Archers, which shoot arrows, and Orangutans, which shoot rocks. So the name Shooting Star kinda makes sense, doesn't it? But if that's all they have, if that's all of the tricks that they can send at me, well, I'm not worried, because I have a newly powerful set of units. So the sylphs, you see, and their projectiles are going to run all the way across. Arrows, crowd control so you guys don't shoot as much. That helped, because some of you guys decided to go away. And guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Another arrow. That actually didn't hit some of them. I wanted it to hit, but I guess it doesn't have a huge hitbox. So that... Do you recognize this guy? AKA the tank from Epic War 3. If you remember, in Epic War 3, we only had the tank on our side. They never had the tank. The tank was like our unit that's exclusive to us. Well, now it's not. Now they have a tank, and I think that this is the only level on which they're gonna have a tank, but maybe there's another one. Okay, if Popo please get... if he got a shot off, all of those spikes that he shoots would hit the castle. That would be so satisfying and do so much damage. So, evidently for me, this is where the game gets hard, not the previous level. They already pushed us back, we didn't even do any damage to the castle. I think it's possible that, you know, there is a certain limit of units. So, for example, we kill a tank, the tank, and since they don't have a tank, they spawn, like, they charged and send a new one. But eventually they're gonna stop, like if we kill 10 tanks, no more gonna show up or something like that. I don't actually know the number of tanks. So, like, this is our plan B. If we can't get them to, if we can't beat them, then, you know, we're gonna use the fact that they can't beat us with their AI, and we're gonna use that to just starve them of tanks. You know, they're not gonna have any tanks. They might not have any of. They might have less of these guys too, and then we're gonna swoop in and just destroy them. I also want to charge a bit more mana because this is actually going to be useful for us. We're gonna use both lightning to crowd control and healing to heal ourselves. So the tank is weak to explosions, you say. Let's try it. So the comet is an explosion. Tank, can you stop moving? I'm trying to get a shot at you. Well, that didn't seem to do a lot of damage. And I don't think we have explosion type units. We have... Popo, why are you in the front lines? You're not supposed to be in the front lines. Why are all our ranged units in the front lines? Like, there's no melee unit in the front line. The ranged units just decided to go forward. I think they were inspired by these ranged units. They're like, okay, these guys, these enemies, they just have ranged units. They're in the front lines and they're doing well. So we should do the same thing. Well, guess what? You don't have the power that these ranged units have. You should just stay in the back lines. Also, these... Okay, it's good. We killed all of their shooters. I mean, like, arrow shooters. And maybe we're gonna be able to hit the tank now. Oh, hello, vibe checker. Wait, actually, did I... Are you, like, from a different account? Because there certainly wasn't a vibe checker earlier here on the stream. Lightning. We're gonna try to, you know, keep this push going for a bit longer because the damage that we're doing to the castle is ridiculous, and without Popo, it's even worse. See, this is the hard level. It's the, it is the... I thought we just did level 10. Yeah, System Crasher, makes sense, alright, yeah. We just did level 10, not 10. What am I saying? We're about to get to level 10. We just did level 8. There we go. I thought, well, that was gonna be a really hard level because they had a whole bunch of units. But no, it was really easy actually. They didn't even push us back once. I mean, they fought back, but with our spells and units, they didn't fight back hard enough, and we didn't have to retreat. Here, however, there is a lot more units. Their range, their arrow, there's like, for every weakness that our units have, they have the right counter to it. Like, they have the right counter to all of our units, and they have the tank. You know, which by itself surely is not that hard to defeat, but when it's surrounded by all of these other units, it is a hard level, let me tell you that. So we're just waiting here. We're waiting for our second Self, we're waiting for our second Mighty Guardian. Also, those Dwarf Engineers, they do more, like, I mean, of course, they don't do a lot of damage, but the fact that there was so many of them, they actually kind of did damage to our people, and now we have to use the ever so slowly regenerating health that we have when we're not fighting to get back to position. So now we have all the units. I want to get a bit more mana. Actually, let's see if we can bait them. Okay, we baited their orangutans into attacking. So if we kill the orangutans now, then we heal and then we go and attack them. They're gonna be kind of weakened, so that's what I was gonna do. Wait for them to attack, then they attack, we wipe them out, and then we attack. Now, of course, they only attacked with their orangutans, so... Okay. We're gonna shoot 2 lightnings at you. Because... That's, I guess, the most effective way of killing you. Now, the melee units are gonna get rid of the tank, because the tank can't really aim right in front of himself. Okay, our sylphs are weak against explosions, so the tank is very good, very effective at destroying sylphs. Let's heal. So, you know, that... It healed a bit, but at this point, I'd rather just use another lightning. When we upgrade the healing spell, it gets much better, but... you know, it's weird how some spells get incrementally better, like exponentially, or... I don't know, but like other spells, they just get a bit better, it seems. I like the lightning. I don't think it's going to be amazing at when it's maximum upgraded. It's still gonna do a lot of damage. It's gonna do more damage than now, but I don't think it's gonna be like kill everyone completely. And the healing spell is going okay. Fall back. Okay, never mind. Our Popo's about to die. We got them to almost half. Yes, there will be a certain horse. That, I believe, awaits us in the level called the final battle. But it's not gonna be the final battle for us. Hello, Andre. How's it going? See, the horse and the bomb are actually different units, and they're on 2 different levels. I don't want to spoil a lot because, you know, even when you already know, even already you've seen a unit but you haven't seen it in a while, seeing it for the first time in a while, it's a cool feeling. So I don't want to spoil too much. Okay, so we're attacking. That means lightning number 1, lightning number 2. There we go. So we've gotten rid of their pesky little archers. They still have their monkeys, but they're monkeys. What can they do? I mean, they can do a lot, yes. Because we have big units. See, like, when we have orangutans, it's not a guarantee that they're gonna hit the enemies, because some enemies are small, but we have big units such as the heroes, so their orangutans are basically always going to hit. Let's see. Simon and Vigraf are both about to die. Let's try to delay that by just a little bit. I mean, Vigraf is almost dead. He is a dead man. He is super dead. He is destroyed. He is absolutely obliterated. He is never going to come back to life. You know, until like 30 seconds later, but let's not talk about that. He is, after all, the face of our army. He is Vigraf the Red, the epic preserver of this world of war. I don't know. That's what the lore said. See, I'm staying for a bit longer, despite basically my entire front line got killed. But we can do a bit more damage with Popo, and that's actually going to matter. It's going to be pretty essential. Okay, I should have aimed the comet a bit over here. But okay, that is all we're going to do. All the damage we're going to do in this push. Also notice that the Mad Bull took not a lot of damage from the rock, but he took a lot of damage from the arrow. I think that's because they are weak against arrows. Yeah, I could use the comet to yeet the dwarves, but the dwarves are so... I don't know, they feel not worth wasting the mana on, because for like 4 or so comets I could get a lightning, and the lightning is gonna be really helpful against their actually hard units. These dwarves are not gonna do much, because okay, they damaged a bit, but they didn't capitalize on that. They didn't send their entire army here, they only sent the little dwarves. So I can just stay here and heal because I'm not fighting. So we've done a few pushes, we've gotten their castle down to like almost a quarter health. I am planning for my final push to be... I am planning for my next push to be the final push. And for that I need to get a bit more mana than what I have right now. We're gonna... I mean, eventually they're going to attack. Like some of them, maybe the orangutans, maybe the archers, maybe the tank. We're going to meet them and destroy the force that they send at us. And then we're going to use that advantage and charge at them. And use the lightning to get rid of their remaining enemies. Is this dwarves? Thank you. I did not want to face like orangutans right now. I want to wait on the orangutans until I have more mana. So please don't send your orangutans yet. They're sending their orangutans. I guess we shouldn't ask... Okay, what I should have said, what I should have done is said, do send your orangutans, would love for you to... Oh. That actually, that was critical. I think we might not be able to do it in this push because V-Graph just took so much damage. But yeah, if I said, please do send your orangutans, then they wouldn't send their orangutans because they don't want to do what I want them to do. But obviously, I asked them to not send their orangutans. They're like, you don't want our orangutans? Well, guess what? You're getting our orangutans. V-Graph is dying though, that's like really a shame. Well, okay, fine, it is time to use another lightning. I wanted to save it for when I could use another one, but I can already use another one, so... I'm actually just gonna use it right now. I know it made more sense to like wait a bit until I get more units, but if I can keep V-Graph and my frontline units alive for longer, we can do like a lot more damage. If I waited with the comet, V-Graph would have died, these people would have died, okay, and then I'd use the lightning, but we wouldn't have a lot of units to do damage to them, and this way, we won. There we go! This is our first really hard, I mean, like, they pushed us back a couple times on level 6, but this time, you know, you could actually feel their strength. And I kinda wish you got a lot more gold for that, but Okay, so, because of a recent poll, where I asked, what do you guys want? What do you guys want me to continue down this path, this one, or upgrade these units? And there was only one really answer, and that was to continue to do the magic units. So I did the magic units, and now, see, I don't want to do the altar yet, it's not very useful yet. I'm doing the pixies. And the pixies, as I said, they're not very useful until they're leveled up, and then even then I don't think they're very useful, but they can help. So this is the broken upgrade in the game. I've tested it, and getting this upgrade like to maximum level does absolutely nothing. Like, you're still gonna get the same amount of money for beating levels. It's supposed to add money gain percentage, it doesn't. So right now, I basically have to get this to unlock what's here, but this is basically just like a tax. Pay me 5,000 gold, and then I will let you pass and access whatever's here. I mean, obviously, since this is a useless upgrade, I recommend only upgrading it once you have literally everything else upgraded to the max, and you still have some money, then there's no reason not to upgrade it. But while money is at all useful for you, just avoid it. Upgrade it once to get access to the succubus, which I'm gonna get. And then forget about this upgrade. And we can also even get the ice blast. Wow, that is, we've gone from here, we've bought this, and this. Nice, didn't expect that. And we have the Sky Dragon, which is another Titan. You might be thinking, well, the dragon from Epic War 3, right? Because we fought against that dragon. Would be kinda cool to have, but let's see. Alright. That's great, Jim. I'm just about to enter level 10, which is the Dragon Lair. So that's why I said we'll see, because we are actually going to see very shortly. But before we see, I think we can replace the goblins with the pixies, because, I mean, we'll see what they do, and they're probably gonna be more useful than goblins. And we can replace someone with the succubus. Note that there is only one succubus, so she's not amazing right now. You know, having the Magic Gal squad on your side is gonna help with crowd control and even some damage, but we have to upgrade them both for them to like become actually really good. So, since there's one of them, I'm actually not sure if there's anyone I want to replace them with. I mean, I'd use them instead of the pixies, but I want to show the pixies too. So how about you guys? Actually, okay, no, never mind. Actually, so Mad Bulls have 200 health, Phantom Ghosts have 160 health, and there is 2 more Mad Bulls. The reason I'm keeping Mad Bulls is that, even though I think, like, if we just compare them as, like, a single unit versus a single unit, or even 5 Mad Bulls versus 3 Phantom Ghosts are a bit cooler. But what I need right now from my melee units is to be tanks. I want them to tank as much health as possible. And you know, 5 times 200 is 1000, 3 times 160 is would be it would be 480, right? So that's like, this is over twice as good as far as health goes. So I'm using this. We have these guys, the Mad Bulls, and the Mighty Guardians, and I guess the orangutans can tank some health as well. And then we have Succubi and Sylphs, who are mainly there for damage and crowd control, especially Succubi there for crowd control. And of course we have Popo the Epic Dwarf, who's gonna do a lot of damage from behind. So, mana cost 47. I'm pretty sure that this is how it's done. Now, Ice Blast, we've seen that in Epic War 3 too. And I know I just said Epic War 3 2. That's a bit confusing, but we've seen this spell in Epic War 3, and now it's back for Epic War 4. Both the Lightning and the Ice Blast. But for some reason, the Ice Blast now costs more than the Lightning. It was the other way around in Epic War 3. Maybe the Ice Blast is now better? I don't know. We'll see, we'll see. So I just started playing a mobile game named Endless Frontier. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. Is that like a strategy game? So I mean, as you can see, we have pixies, and they're charging forward. They have nobody to heal right now, so they just charge forward. But obviously, when our units take damage, they're gonna be there to heal, aren't they? Hey pixies, are you actually gonna heal, or are you just gonna... What are you guys doing? Why are you going in front of everyone else and not healing? Okay, that's kind of confusing. I guess maybe they just immediately go where we tell them to go? I don't know, maybe they didn't think that the little scratch on Vigraf's horse hooves was enough to heal. Because that goblin did it, but once we started getting serious damage... Okay, so see, they just healed some of us. Decent, but I mean, they have to get like up close to heal the melee units. And, you know, that makes them very vulnerable as well. So not the best unit ever. Okay, so I was just about to say, we're only fighting Mad Bulls, and in the other games, I mean, in the other levels, didn't you think that they had more? Well, the name Dragon Lair means something. This is the Sky Dragon from Epic War 4. He is not the dragon from Epic War 3, and I think he is much cooler than the dragon from Epic War 3. He's not this weird crystal thing. Instead, he is outright a dragon with the hard scales and a very large torso, who just falls on us first, doing damage, and then drowns us in purple acid, or I guess, or gas, or whatever. And he is currently moving forward, but this level isn't too hard for the sole reason that the dragon isn't very aggressive. Like, even if we stand here and like retreat, he is still going to like he's gonna stand here, he's gonna fly over here, stand here, then stand here. Maybe then he'll decide to attack us. Then we attack him, and he attacks, like he fights us. Then after we damage him a bit, he decides, okay, well now I have to go back, and he never actually gets to our castle. Also, in case you haven't noticed, there is one particular person who's doing a lot of damage to the dragon. That is Popo the Epic Dwarf, because multiple of his spikes are hitting. See? So that's partly why Popo is really good. So how about everyone stand here? Don't trigger the dragon's attack. We don't want the dragon to attack us. And see, the dragon right now is just standing there. We're attacking him and he's not retaliating. So, you know, that's a bit abusable. He can decide to go forward anytime he wants and attack us, or go backwards like this. And when he's going backwards, he's not gonna attack until he turns around. So we can use that to outright assault. Also, I think his hitbox for arrows was a bit larger there, so... Yeah, arrows and Popo are essential for killing the dragon quickly. This is not gonna be... Okay, fall back. Just the ranged units, please. But yeah, this is not going to be nearly as risky as the last level. It's not gonna be... I guess the last level wasn't risky because of the bad AI. Okay, Okay, we kinda need all of our units here, not just the ranged units, because if we don't have all of our units here, our ranged units are gonna die. Well, maybe not die, but like the bulls and goblins are gonna damage them. Yeah, the spell that gives 100% critical, the Berserk spell, in Epic War 3 is what we get for beating the last cave of Trial, and okay. Simon, you're already useful, you're already useless, don't be a hindrance, please. Also, it's weird that we can order them, but like, if we put our mouse here, then we just, I don't know, so if I do this, do they go backwards? No, they don't, so like, you have to make sure that when you order, this finger, this metal glove is actually there, and our stupid unit decided to walk in the front and provoke him. See V-Graph right now? He's kind of smart, he avoided it, but dead. The main person we need to stay alive is obviously... Okay. Sylph, you don't do a lot of damage against the dragon. Once again, please don't be a hindrance. Now, if we had the Berserk spell, coupled with Popo and the Rain of Arrows, this would be like a piece of cake. Absolutely. But we only have the arrows, we don't have the Berserk, so it took a while, but the dragon is dead. All hail Popo, the epic dwarf, whose epic walk just annihilated the dragon. The dragon saw how epically Popo walks and just decided I might as well leave. And of course, thanks to the arrows for... You know, the arrows, like if you hit a goblin with the arrows, only a few arrows are gonna hit the goblin. The goblin probably die anyway, but like, if you hit a small enemy with arrows, only a few arrows are gonna hit him. They're not gonna do a lot of damage. But the dragon is large, so almost all of the arrows hit him. That's why the arrows were so good against him. Endless Frontier gets kinda boring in time. I mean, I guess many games do. But if it's like a mobile game that we can kind of play casually, like when we're on the road or something, and we don't have to spend a lot of time or money on it. I don't want to spend any money on it, and I don't want to have to spend a lot of time. Then I think it could be cool, because that's exactly what we, or at least what I want in a mobile game. You know, being able to kind of relax and enjoy it as a sort of casual thing, but still have it where where it encourages you to think, and not just an action game of some sort. Not that action games are bad, of course I can enjoy them, but my favorite is definitely strategy. So, level 10 is dead, we killed the dragon, and after that they just had their helpless poor bulls and goblins that are probably gonna keep being there despite not being very helpful, and we got 20,000, over 20,000 gold from that. Now this is a good level for farming. We can kill the dragon pretty easily if we have the berserk and the arrows, and for each time we beat the level we get about 20,000. Bonus is for beating the level, so if we beat the level before the dragon appears, we get like 10,000 and something. But the dragon, if we kill him, he gives 10,000 loot, so it's important to kill the dragon too, and we get a lot of gold for this. But it is not the amazing farming level that I was talking about, because, I mean, there are flaws with this, but still gives us a lot of gold. Right. Altar. We're gonna get that. Actually, I know what this is. Okay, fine, I'm getting that. I'm getting it. So this is the shield. It is it is ridiculous. You know how Epic War 3 had the invulnerability spell? Well, the same exact spell is broken in Epic War 4, specifically because... Also, pixies, I don't think we need you anymore. There we go. We're still keeping the succubi. I mean, they're better than goblins, but... the pixies don't show themselves to be very good right now. Basically, in Epic War 3, you cast the invulnerability spell, you become invulnerable for a bit. Then, you turn vulnerable again, and the invulnerability spell recharges until you can use it again. In Epic War 4, you save up your entire mana bar, and then you use the shield 7 times in a row, and you're invulnerable for like the entire duration of the level. That's why this spell system is flawed compared to Epic War 3. You can just save up mana, and with some spells like the shield, which I forgot to equip by the way, it makes it OP. I'm not actually regretting that I forgot to equip the shield, because I don't want to have to rely on the shield to beat this. This level was called Magic Army, and you'll see why. All of these are magical. Of course, Pixies, magical. Sylphs, magical. The Mighty Guardians, I said they were magical, but the Valkyries are also magical. And I must say the magical melee units, very powerful. Maybe not the most powerful units in the game, but like these are definitely better than Phantom Ghosts and Mad Bulls. And of course the Succubi. So, as you can see, they decided to just have the Valkyries attack us. Not anyone else, just the Valkyries. That's why the Valkyries are not going to be too hard for us to deal with. But they do hit our units quite a lot. And like, they might have... I think they killed all of our Phantom Ghosts. The unfortunate poor souls who just happened to be there in the wrong place, the wrong time. And the fun part about that, I mean, Phantom Ghosts do get stronger when we upgrade them, like every unit in the game. But right now they just don't have enough health to deal with Valkyries. They might have magic. They might have magic weakness too. So Vigraf, there's 4 buttons here this time, not just assault and fallback. So assault, all of your units go forward. Fallback, all of your units retreat. But retreat and march is you can select individual units and tell them to retreat, they're gonna run away. Tell them to march, they're gonna run forward. Vigraf is already dead. You can see this ridiculousness. So we're going to... Okay, I think our Succubus made our lightning not as good, because the Succubus threw people in the air and they missed the lightning. But like we use so many lightnings on them, and look at the freaking Mighty Guardians. So this is like a pretty big difficulty increase. Shows magic is really dangerous in this game. Okay, I'm not gonna fall back yet. Not yet, I'm gonna use another lightning on them, and I'm gonna buy as much time for Popo the Epic Dwarf as possible. By the way, the Sylphs, there is a... Okay, nice Popo shot, just killed the Sylph, who was already weak. But I can use Comets, and the Sylphs are not gonna be... Sylphs are weak to explosions, so... I just killed both of those Sylphs. I killed the Sylph who was there, and another one was coming. I killed her. I think it's a she. They just come so fast and so often, and so I don't know. You can damage them, but they're gonna be back in no time. Maybe I'll drown. Maybe like I'll keep destroying them until they have no more Sylphs, and the Sylphs stop showing up. But that seems that it would take a long time. Okay. Okay. I was gonna ask some weak units to go and like try to interfere so that they don't... Okay, so yeah, the Succubus was shooting at the dwarf, but the dwarf walked out of her range, so she just made the blast like at her own position. Okay, I have to catch up with the chat. I haven't been paying much attention to the chat like in this particular level, because... Oh, you know you don't, no you don't, no you don't, you don't kill Popo. You kill Popo, I kill you. Devs of Endless Frontiers and gems your inbox a lot at the moment. I have 40,000. It's not much, but it's just level 67. Just a demo. Oh, so the Life is Strange game is just a demo on Android. Well, I mean, it could be worth checking out. Even demos can be good, but of course, it would be cool if it was a full game. Maybe I didn't need to attack already. Yeah, I think I made a bad decision by attacking. If I had the shield by now, it would be much easier. But I'm actually glad I don't have the shield, because, as I said, it would have been easier. It wouldn't have been interesting if I had the shield. That game is something else, so better to play on PC. Okay, I'm gonna note that. Does the game cost money on... I assume it costs money on PC, because why else would there be a demo on Android? Alright, yeah, see you. Have fun with your, well, I guess not have fun, but good luck with your homework. I mean, sometimes we have fun with homework. It depends on what particular homework we're doing, like what particular subject, what assignment. If it's not too hard, but it is challenging enough to make us think about what to do, that's a good sign, so... right. So, they attacked with their... Actually, we need to attack right now, because the Mighty Guardians are basically the reason that we're having so much trouble with this. I mean, obviously, the ranged units are gonna be hard to deal with, but it's the Mighty Guardians that don't die to... Oh my goodness. That was a swarm. Let's see if they do any worse to arrows. Killed some Valkyries, but Mighty Guardians are still going strong. Alright, this might become too hard. I mean... we really have to just make them stop showing up, do we? Huh. Maybe forgetting to equip the shield was a bad idea. Huh. And something that I like is that, unlike Epic War 3, where people either just stand or just charge at you, they're actually like moving around here. It's like there is life at their side of the castle. It's not just you who are like moving around and doing things here. They're doing it there too. And okay, now the Mighty Guardians, but for some reason not all of them are attacking. Which is interesting. I wonder why they didn't send all of the Mighty Guardians. Alright. We need to destroy them. And I mean, really, if we went with the non-magic route, the route that had orangutans and Popo, the Popo web, instead of the magic units, we would have gotten like things that maybe could have helped us with crowd control here. And obviously, Succubus does help with crowd control, but it's not infallible, and we're still having trouble, even with just a small group of Mighty Guardians. With this entire group, of course, that's what I guess lightnings are for, and arrows. So, Vigraf is regenerating his health, and we are getting ready to strike at them. And I'm going to use my lightning, but I'm actually going to be careful about how I use it. I don't want to use all of it immediately. I want to use it sparingly, and mainly for crowd control. I'm gonna use comets to kill the sylphs and damage the succubi. Gonna use this for crowd control. I haven't even used the ice blast yet. I should try that. It's more expensive than the lightning. Okay, now they have Valkyries attacking us. And I mean, once again, just like with the Mighty Guardians, they're gonna do damage, especially to our poor phantoms, but we can kill them without too much trouble. Like, yeah, if this entire group attacked, this would actually be pretty interesting. I don't know if I'd be able to just, like, drive them off just like that. Okay, we're at full force now, but we do need to heal up some of our units because they damaged them, and now I am going to soon charge. Two lightnings should get rid of all the sylphs and succubi. I think there's just one succubus there, but yeah, two lightnings will get rid of the ranged units, and then from there on we're just gonna... Okay, more Valkyries, huh? Well, guess what? We're charging. Poor phantoms. They get absolutely destroyed by the Valkyries. Also, Vigraf gets damaged really fast. Okay, they sent some of their units there. I'm actually going to send a comet at the sylphs. The sylphs are dead. The succubus is not dead. I'm sending a comet at the succubus now. The succubus... What? Okay, I think the pixies just healed that succubus. Well, guess what? Lightning. Oh, I was gonna shoot the Sylph with a comet, but the Sylph died from the lightning, so... Another comet for the Sylph. And if I time it correctly, the Sylph is not going to be fast enough to shoot before we attack. Okay, how about Ice Blast? I think Ice Blast is actually gonna be more effective than Lightning against these Mighty Guardians. I'm not sure because... I don't know why, because both of those are magic, but it looks like it's doing more. You might have seen some resists there. The pixies are resisting magic, but that's not really a problem for us because the pixies are gonna get wiped out by our units, our melee units, that is, our non-magic units. Simon's not gonna kill the pixies, but the Rangtains, why not? Okay, this is actually getting kind of weird. So lightning, Ice Blast. Perhaps now we're gonna have enough. No. Another lightning. See, I haven't retreated yet, even though Vigraf is dead. Because I wanted to, like... Because otherwise we're never gonna be able to make progress. I mean, we just have to really hold out, I think. Now, if I just left us an assault and just waited for some time, they would we would end up winning because they don't know how to use their advantages. But that's not really what I want to do. What the hope is right now? Here's what the hope is. We have melee units fighting their melee units. Of course their melee units are better, so our melee units die a lot. However, they don't really have a good counter to our ranged units. I mean, the Sylphs are only really gonna hit the melee units. The Succubi are gonna be able to hit the ranged units, but I mean, they seem to aim at the melee units anyway most of the time. So the ranged units are gonna be able to not only hold off their melee units, but also hit the castle. See, like, Vigraf dying. The Mighty Guardian is going to die very quickly. The Sylphs need to get out of there. You are ranged, you're not frontline warriors, you idiots. But yeah, Popo and the... Oh my goodness, we are screwed. We need to kill that Succubus. I didn't realize in time that the Succubus was threatening our backlines. And if we didn't kill her, at least let's try to crowd control her. Okay, she is dead. But of course, our army took a big lump there. I mean... We might have to retreat at this point. We damaged like a third of the castle. I mean, that's cool, I guess? Hard level though. Darn. And now there's the sound of the pixies healing. Okay, they're following us. I'm scared now. I'm actually scared now. You guys, try to save your friend. Okay, now we can all go forward. The Succubus is actually helping us a lot here with this crowd control because, you know, all of these people, really hard to deal with melee units, but the Succubus just throws a lot of them in the air at the same time, so... Perhaps they're gonna run out of some units soon, maybe? They don't seem to have any more Sylphs, actually. Oh, that was a perfect Popo shot. The Succubus just died from that. I mean, if they're not gonna have any more Sylphs, and I'm gonna maybe try to kill all of their Succubi. After that, it will be easier. I mean, yes, they're still gonna have a lot of big, strong frontline warriors, but I mean, oh my goodness, kill her, kill her. There we go. All right, welcome back, Robert. This level has been really troublesome for us thus far, because I mean, look at how many Mighty Guardians and Valkyries they have. Their Mighty Guardians and Valkyries are also so strong that it's really hard. Right now, they also had Sylphs, by the way. They had Sylphs attacking us, but it seemed that we killed all of their... Oh my goodness, the Succubus is smart. She's dodging my comments. I think that's random, but I mean, she did dodge the comets. So they had sylphs. They don't have sylphs anymore. I think I killed all of the sylphs they could ever send. And now I'm trying to do that to succubi. Once they have... Oh my goodness, they are actually attacking. They actually have a dangerous attack going on. Popo, we don't need you to die, so just stay away from there. Yeah, once they have no succubi too, things are going to be kind of... I mean, they're still gonna have a lot of... as I said before you came back, yeah, they're still gonna have a lot of big frontline units, but at least with no backline to support them. Oh my goodness, the pixies are so annoying. It took like it took so many comets to get rid of... Are you kidding me? I just shot so many comets at that succubus. I might as well have shot a lightning. The lightning would be more efficient and it would kill the succubus and damage their melee units. I forgot to equip the shield, that's the thing. I got the shield, I forgot to equip it. And I don't want to abuse the shield in this game. It's a very abusable spell, but I want to actually try to have as much fun without it as I can. But, you know, it would have come in handy for this level, because this is becoming crazy. Okay, so I've learned from my mistakes. Succubus is dead. I think Popo would have killed her anyway. Darn, that was bad timing on my part. Alright, let's see. Another succubus incoming. She's staying right in the midst of the sylphs. Well, okay, did she survive that? Oh my goodness! They're trolling me. Okay, I think she died. There we go. I don't know how many more are gonna appear, but I was emboldened by the fact that the sylphs stopped showing. So I thought, maybe soon we can make it so that the succubi stop showing too. See, I'm timing that so that the pixies don't have the time to help her. That was a horrible shot. Wow. I thought she'd move forward, but no, she just stayed there and now she's healing. Well, maybe we can kill her anyway. Nice. They're sending more of their... See, if they sent all of their units, this would be actually kind of dangerous, but they sent just some of them, and then when we mess them up, they retreat, even though we didn't actually kill most of them yet. And then our sylphs are dead, but our sylphs are gonna recover. They're gonna respawn. Hey, succubus. I wish that hit the succubus. Well, the arrows will. I mean, the lightning will. I could use arrows too, yeah, but why bother when I could just use lightning? That's cheaper. They're still, they have a lot of succubi. Wow. At this point, like, I've almost killed as many succubi as I've killed sylphs. Okay, pixies, can you not? Yeah, I should stop using spells right now, because like there is not a good time for me to charge because I keep spending my mana. Okay, next time they're gonna attack, then I'm gonna drive them away and then charge. That's what I'm doing. Perhaps we'll be able to take off another third of the castle's health. So I think I'm going to, after this, we'll play level 12, which is quote-unquote the final battle, and maybe look at some hard levels. But yeah, I mean, not do much else because this has been taking quite a while. Well, the thing is that we did that with the sylphs. We killed the sylphs and they kept coming, but then they stopped. So that makes me think that if the sylphs stop, surely the succubi are eventually going to stop too, right? I can't see them. Okay, let's put 20 sylphs and 5,000 succubi in this level. It's more like 20 sylphs and 20 succubi, and so I think we might be able to kill all of them. Okay. Use comments to not let her attack. She attacked anyway. What? I think she attacked her own place because she didn't have a target. Well, she is dead now, and we're going to use lightning to support our troops. See, now we're actually gaining ground on them, and perhaps we'll have some progress. But we have to constantly stun their succubi with comets. See, we didn't stun her there. She was too quick for us. Nice, killed her. Killed her in 2 comments. Sometimes it takes 3, and the pixies could have killed her, so, you know, I'm glad they didn't. And right now, my people keep dying, but I'm not going to retreat. Because I have a succubus as well. Oh my goodness! The comments are just useless now. The succubus didn't get stunned, and she got healed by the stupid pixies. And now they're doing good crowd control on me. Okay, well. Now, if that... I hit... Oh my goodness, I hit the mouse button multiple times to cast the spell. It only worked on like the 5th time or something. But if it worked as it was supposed to, she would not have gotten that attack off. And this is actually really annoying, that either I'm just by a millisecond not fast enough to cast the comet and it's not my fault, or she just doesn't get stunned by it, and then keeps getting healed by the pixies. So, I mean, at least we're doing damage right now. As long as we can keep the succubus from attacking our backlines, and we can keep our backlines from stupidly charging forward, our succubus just hit their succubus. Nice. Our succubus is the MVP of this battle. So much crowd control. Our succubus is amazing. Their succubus right now is targeting melee units, so that gives me hope. Gives me hope because our ranged units are what's dealing most of that damage, and what's preventing their... Oh my goodness, this... So Simon died, meaning that I couldn't control the sylphs, and they decided to be like, well, we're ranged, let's just go forward and let them attack us. Because that's a good idea, isn't it? And then they died. Oh my goodness, okay. Well, this is obviously this is not something we're gonna be able to keep under pressure. Let's see. We're not gonna be able to keep them under pressure. Nice, I aimed just a bit to the left, and yes, she did go to the left, and she is dead. But, if I know anything about this game, more are going to appear. Ha. This level is definitely taking... Oh, I did not mean to go forward, but this level is definitely taking more than I planned for it to. I thought, well, okay, we'll have a nice little... Okay, can you not move around? You're really annoying when you move around because I want to kill you. And you need to allow me to. Because how rude is it to not allow someone to kill you? Well, screw you two. And screw you, pixies. Vigorf is just standing there. They can't even defend their own base, wow. I mean, I guess we can't defend our own base. Whenever I'm not there to tell these people that you should all participate in the defense and not just a few units in the front. And telling the ranged units not to move forward and like get attacked. Wow, they're really actually, Vigraf, go die. And I don't mean that in a rude way, I mean that in go die so that you respawn and you have full health way. Let's see, Succubus is dead. I'm gonna keep doing this, by the way, because it seems that it will still take us a bit to finish the level. I'm going to find out. I'm going to reach that point where no more succubi are going to appear. 3 comets killed her. But this does not... Oh my goodness, look at how slowly Vigraf is respawning. Maybe telling him to go die was not the best idea. Because, I mean... Yes, he'll be full health, but it will take him so long. As I said, the more someone dies, the longer they take... I mean, the more a hero dies, the longer they take to respawn. Kill her. Kill her, please. No? What? Oh my goodness. Okay, where is the succubus? Did they run out of succubi? I think we just did it. I think they just ran out of succubi. I think there is no more. So now it's just melee units, and we have a much better hope, once Vigraf comes back, of destroying them. So what we need to do now is wait for our wait for Vigraf to come back. Meanwhile, I'm gonna defend against whatever little forces they send at me. And if my forces get too damaged, I'll just use the healing spell a bit. And when Vigraf comes back, we will charge. So forward, take care of those Valkyries. Succubus, once again, being the MVP. Don't even need to heal there, because, I mean, we didn't get damaged enough. Oh my goodness, these Valkyries are so strong. She got hit by she got hit by one Sylph Blast multiple times and a rock. And she already had low health, but she kept going. And so, it seems that by the time Vigraf comes back... Hey, Succubus, I think this is a good time for you to shoot. Succubus? Okay, that was weird. Why did we allow them to attack us so much? And then the Valkyries, okay, we need to use at least one healing spell. Don't allow the Succubus to die, please. I mean, that would be so stupid. The Succubus is right here, and she was enough for a Valkyrie to... Like, she was close enough so that a Valkyrie could be able to hit her. And if a Valkyrie hit her, let's face it, the Succubus would die. These ranged magic units don't have a lot of health. But thankfully, we stunned the Valkyries out of hitting. Yeah, it seems there's no more Succubi. Nice. The effort paid off. Well, they are about to send another force, probably Mighty Guardians. See now, are you guys excited for when we get the Valkyries? We get the Mighty Guardians too, but only 2 of them. We have to upgrade to be really effective. Okay. I guess let's heal. We're not charging yet anyway. Also Assault. So yeah, they hit us a few times, but overall our crowd control was just too good for a small force of Valkyries to handle. And guess who is back? Or at least almost back. There we go. So, now we are going to attack. And we have enough, we have full mana. So... let's see, yeah, I think we're going to use ice this time around because it looks like there might be a reason that it's more expensive to use than lightning. And I know I don't want to waste all of my mana on this one, but the thing is, I just don't want to let them damage me immediately so much that my push immediately doesn't do a lot of damage. I want to have a good, you know, first attack, first charge. So after that, of course, they're going to try to push me back, but then it's not going to be enough to lose control of the territory. We're gonna still be here and we're gonna still fight and destroy the castle. We're gonna be chipping away at it. And see, now they have no more ranged units. They just have Valkyries and Mighty Guardians who I mean, are trying. But our crowd control is too good. Now, see, this might actually be a good time to move Vigraf a bit back, because that way these guys walk forward, they don't hit Vigraf, and the Succubus can hit them. And meanwhile, Vigraf is gonna regenerate a bit of health, so that when we need him, he's going to come. I said when we need you, I didn't tell you to go there, Vigraf. Stop listening, stop not listening to me. And we're so close now, I'm just going to heal, and there we go! We have finally defeated level 11, the Magic Army. We probably defeated it 5 times quicker with a shield, but see, we got more gold than for the dragon. That doesn't usually happen, that's because we've killed so many of them. I do kinda wish we got like 30 or 40,000 though, not gonna lie. So, I mean, obviously we're not gonna get the Titans right now. I could get... Yeah, I think I'm gonna expand in this direction now. It is that we need to start upgrading our units soon, but right now I just want to unlock most of them. So Berserk, very good spell, we're going to use it definitely. Kaboom, that is like the bomber from the other games, and he's not that much better here than in Epic War 3. There's still not a lot of them, they still don't do that much damage. But look what they unlock, the epic tank. So we now get to have the tank. We can also get the iron wall, medium castle defense, just like with this one. We don't really need it, but it will allow us to see what's here. And this is the Great Diablos, the third titan in the game, and one that we've actually seen in Epic War 3. So that horned dinosaur monster. So, we have 6,000 and might as well get Rage. We have the money for it, and it's not a bad spell. At this point, we've gotten everything on these 3 webs except for the 3 titans, which is nice. Okay, so we're gonna need to switch things out. I still haven't really decided whether lightning or ice is better. It's hard, but I mean, logically we need to only keep one of them because they do the same thing, so might as well only use one of them. So ice. I'm gonna go with ice for now. Berserk costs 42, so I'm gonna put the Berserk spell here. Rage, oh actually no, Rage is the cheaper one. Rage costs 32 mana, Berserk costs 42. By the way, Rage doubles our damage, and Berserk makes all of our hits critical, which is probably a better thing than doubling the damage, so that's why Berserk costs more. Okay. Next, okay, the shield is gonna be our last spell. Well, I'll show it at least once, I mean. It is an integral part of the game, but I just don't want to abuse it, so... Ice Blast. And the healing is just not good enough right now. It doesn't do a lot of... It doesn't heal a lot, so... We're just gonna use Rain of Arrows instead. It can be useful. Especially in this next level, I think it will be useful. And... So, Kaboom... Just one bomber. I don't want to get that bomber yet. We'll surely see him. Alright, you know what? I'm actually going to take a little... I'm going to beat level 1 on hard. This is a little steering off course, but at the same time... Alright, sure. We'll just take the smallest units we have. Give them a chance to shine. So, hard, I'm pretty sure that hard mode is unlocked by beating level 6. So we've had it for a while. But now we can see what is level 1 on hard. So level 1, if you can remember on easy, was just literally just goblins. Just goblins, nothing dangerous. And right now, I mean, there's goblins, obviously. That's pretty expected, so this is a bomber guy. The bomber looks different from the one in Epic War 3. And he kind of, unlike the one in Epic War 3, he does this nice thing where he rolls in front, and so that way he can generally hit more people. That's actually something nice about him. But you know, there's one of them, so he dies and then he has to charge again before he appears, so I have to upgrade them for them to be at all good. And I don't know if they're gonna be good enough to replace other units in my formation, that's the thing. Alright, well there's also some Mad Bulls, interestingly enough. I guess they decided, okay, they destroyed the goblins. Well, thankfully the goblins are not what our trick is. And also these kabooms, they look kind of like... It kind of looks like, I don't know, a mouse. Yeah, it seems like it's a mouse or rodent carrying a bomb. And the rodent is like bigger than the goblin, so... Right now we're doing damage. It seems, do they not have any tricks up their sleeve, even on this level? even on hard, level 1 is still like really easy. Or are they going to actually try to fight back? That's the question. I'm pretty sure that... So, you remember... Hold on. In Epic War 3, eventually, as we progressed on the map, revenge waves appeared. While here, revenge waves are reserved mainly for hard mode and epic mode. So, we got the castle to half damage, and you gotta have a whole bunch of bulls, which I'm going to freeze, because that's a great spell. I mean, Simon was already freezing them, but Simon's not as good as freezing as my spell is. So yeah, on hard mode there's generally just one revenge wave, and on this level, just a whole bunch of mad bulls. Not hard, but you can already see what's to come. On later hard levels, and especially epic ones. We haven't played an epic level yet, and I'm pretty sure if we look at level 1 now that we've beaten it on hard, we got a bit of gold. But yeah, if we look at level 1, we can't play it on epic yet because epic mode is not yet unlocked. It will be unlocked after we beat level 12, which is the final battle. So, let's get our proper units for the final battle. Oh, can we upgrade anything? I mean... I don't know. We're keeping these spells. And as far as units go, so... Mighty Guardians, definitely useful. I guess Phantom Ghosts. The Wizard is gonna have the magic users. And the Dwarf, the Epic Dwarf, is gonna have the Epic Tank and the Epic Orangutans. Just I guess the larger things will give to the Dwarf, the magic things will give to the Wizard, and Vigraf is gonna have the kind of more, you know... Well, I mean, these are all ranged, so Vigraf has the melee things. This one's on a horse, this one's just like kinda fast. We could use Mad Bulls. I don't know if we need to. I mean, can't upgrade these yet. I'm not sure, because like, if we only have 2 melee units, it might as well be the healthier ones, right? Well, they're not gonna have magic units. And I'm pretty sure they're not gonna have arrows, or at least not any significant arrows. So it seems that the best course of action is to equip the Mad Bull, because they're gonna have some melee units. And there we go. We are now moving on to the final battle. Level 12. Which, I mean, obviously isn't the final battle, because there's more levels here, as you can see. But level 12 is called the final battle. Are you guys excited? This is probably going to be the last level that we'll play for today. Level 11 just was freaking exhausting. But it did give a lot of money, and we did find a good way of beating that. So, right now it's Dwarf Engineers, they also sending Mad Bulls. We have, well, obviously the tank takes quite a long time to charge. Makes sense that he's gonna charge like at about the same time as the last Mad Bull will. So by then we're going to have all of our units. If in fact the tank is even gonna charge before the last Mad Bull. Actually, it was at the exact same time. So they sent their dwarves, but there is something bigger and badder waiting for us here. The impenetrable Iron Horse. Also, the enemy hero from Epic War 3, who I guess came here to... I don't know, I guess the horse isn't a creature, it's a structure. Oh my goodness, that hero actually does a lot of damage. The Vigraf just charged forward, and he is no match for that hero. Okay, also there's random tornadoes on this level. Sometimes they help us, so this horse, it shakes and releases bombers. Look. Oh, they missed. Okay. You notice how Popo's shot got them in the air? That's really nice. Popo is really nice for that. I can also shoot arrows and get them in the air like this. But yeah, so it shoots bombers. Our Vigraf is already dead. But this tornado can also hit and kill the goblins. I mean, not goblins, bombers. Because bombers have 1 health. So anything will kill them if it causes damage. And tornadoes do. This has quickly turned into some massive... I don't know. It's rough. It's turned into something rough. Okay, the fact that this guy is here makes the horse do a lot more bombers. Okay, there we go. And now, see, the horse is not going to stand at the base like the dragon, doing nothing. The horse is going to charge at our castle. And we have to stop it. Yes, that is the Trojan horse. It is a very cool unit. I mean, just look at it. And the hero standing here, he's even regenerating. So, time to show what the shield does. I mean, I'm sure you know what the shield does, but time to show why it's so overpowered. So like, I'm gonna cast shield. And we need to remember that we need to cast it like not right as we're about to take damage, but a bit before, because it takes a bit to actually activate. See, and now we resist all damage, and we don't get thrown into the air by the kabooms either. And I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna use it again. And we now have reset the timer of using it, and so for 20 whole seconds we were invulnerable to all of their damage. Now we are vulnerable again. So you notice if you like get a whole mana pool of like 400, because that's I think the max, and then save up and then keep using the shield over and over and over again. Do you have an idea of how overpowered that might be? There was no such problem in Epic War 3 because each spell had its own charge bars. So after using it once, we'd have to wait to use it again. Vigraf, actually, I guess you can die. Yeah, Vigraf, you can die. You can make sure that. Also, Popo is gonna be really good. So, oh my goodness, can you let Popo attack, please? Oh my goodness, can you let Popo attack, please? Oh my goodness, can you let Popo attack, please? See, I mean, I know that bombers aren't like the most, the scariest unit ever, but they can really prevent us from attacking. And Popo is dead. They got a lot of bulls. Okay, yeah. This should teach them a lesson or two. This hero is also still alive. We are at a risk of actually losing this. We need to get more mana and then charge at the Iron Horse with our last attempt to defeat it, because it's right here. And what's gonna be really useful in our last attempt is the Berserk spell. Alright, we are attacking because we should not let the horse damage the castle with bombers. And now, see, everything, all the damage that we do against it is critical. And Popo's damage is, I mean, yeah, this is really important against it. I'm gonna wait a bit, and then I'm gonna cast Berserk and Rage at the same time. And I'm pretty sure that can add up to be really, really powerful. But I'm actually kind of scared because look at how close the horse is to the castle. Okay. Rage, Berserk. I mean, it would definitely feel nicer to use this when we had more units left, but this is still... Actually, I think Rage doesn't even... oh, okay, never mind. Rage ran out, but maybe we don't need Rage. Maybe they don't stack, and if they don't stack, then we just need Berserk. They're starting to damage our castle. This is kind of tragic. This is really tragic, actually, come to think of it. I need to use arrows because arrows, as you remember from the dragon, arrows are good against large targets. We almost got enough for it, but I'm not gonna use arrows yet. What I'm gonna do is save up and then use arrows in combination with Berserk, because that's where the real damage is at. That is truly, truly powerful. You can see, I think that's gonna finish off the horse even. We need to have like 90 mana for that to work though. Let's see. And we might not even need it, I mean, look. Okay, so. Berserk. Arrows. The horse is dead. Berserk and arrows is a really good combination for large units, and now we still have Berserk to fight this hero, who decided that now was a good time to leave, and I can't blame him. His horse, his one last trick, got defeated, and now he has no excuses, and he will be punished by the law, or just die right here and there. I mean, probably the first, the second. Who cares about, you know, keeping him alive and the stupid law? We're just gonna kill him. Yeah, Berserk, really good as you can see. And the hero is dead. So now just bulls and dwarves. Nothing dangerous. I'm pretty sure that, I mean, the hero might respawn. The quote-unquote hero. I mean, it's not really a hero because a hero implies there's only one of him, and I don't think this guy is limited to there being only one of him. But that, the enemy, evil knight person, he's probably gonna respawn, but the horse is not gonna respawn, so we are fine. I don't know if the horse is even gonna respond on hard or epic. Was that a succubus right there? I thought there was a succubus, but I might have been mistaken. Because it's weird if there's a succubus in this level, but she doesn't appear until now. Now I'm not sure if Rage and Berserk are gonna make us attack the castle faster. I'm gonna use them both, and I guess see. It doesn't look like it affects our damage to the castle. We still damage the castle normally, but we did damage this hero very much. Tank, by the way, I mean, like in Epic War 3, the hero just slashed a sylph, because the sylph was right here, and not here where the ranged units are supposed to be. Ah, Orangutans, go over here too, we don't need you here. But yeah, the tank doesn't always hit in the right places, sometimes randomly hits, undershoots or overshoots instead of shooting right where you want it to. But when it does, great crowd control, and I think it's good for damage too. Especially against people who are weak to explosions, because that's what the tank is. Is the hero going to come back? Well, if he does, he's gonna stand no chance against my Rage Berserk combination. Or just, I mean, maybe Rage, maybe if we have Berserk, Rage doesn't matter and it doesn't actually increase our damage because we're already doing critical damage. That's possible. Oh, welcome back. We've just defeated the final battle. This is a, this is a funny time for you to appear because, but you can always, the stream is gonna be here. You can always just, if you want to, scroll a bit back and see how the final battle was like. We just annihilated the Trojan horse, but it came really close to our castle, so that was intense. And that's the final battle. We got a lot of gold for it. With the loot, I assume we got a lot of gold for the Trojan horse, and also a significant amount for killing the hero a couple times. The rest is insignificant. But bonus 20,000 for beating this level. So this level can be even better to farm than the dragon one, as long as you can just easily kill it. Because right now with our units we wouldn't be able to easily kill it. We had real trouble against it. But if we have like titans, then that might be a better level to farm on than the dragon level. You're victorious. Your mighty forces have swept across the continent, liberated the oppressed, and shown them true courage. The nations witnessed the defeat of the Iron Horse, an icon of fear and oppression, and the people rejoiced, all thanks to your display of tactics and brilliance. And spamming Berserk. Now cities reopen their gates, Old rivalries and alliances are revisited. Songs of sacrifice and valor, right? It's valor. It's not valor, it's valor. Of the heroes led by Vigraf the Red, with 2 Fs might I add, spill across the world and inspire others to fight against their own oppression. The world of Epic War returns to life, and your story is immortalized and will undoubtedly be retold for generations to come. However, during the peaceful stalemate, a stronger force of evil breeds silently at the edge of the world. The battle is not over yet, and the world of Epic War is nothing without the bravery of its heroes. Gather your forces and be prepared to test your courage once again. More battles worth fighting await. That was a nice text, yeah. I like the text in this game. It's not like... It doesn't have a lot of typos or repetition like Epic War 2. But obviously there's not a lot of it. Not a lot of it at all. Now this thing where the, they spill across the world and inspire others to fight against their own oppression, that kind of hints that the game map that we have isn't the entire world. But this thing, a stronger force of evil breeds silently at the edge of the world, implies that it is, because the stronger force of evil breeds like here and here. Okay, I guess maybe we're like fighting here and then we inspire others to fight over here or here. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. And so that means that this is the entire world map. Well, that was really fun. My favorite Epic War game, and we have beaten the final battle on the first 12 missions on normal. We've beaten the first mission on hard. Next time we're gonna do 2 things. We're going to continue with these missions that come after the final battle. That should tell you something about their difficulty. And we're also gonna defeat more levels on hard, and maybe even start epic. Level 11 was not the angel, because the angel does not appear on normal. But you can literally scroll, after the stream ends, you can check to see that level 11 took a stupidly long amount of time for us to beat. First of all, I forgot to equip the shield, so I couldn't just use the overpoweredness that is that. But, I didn't want to use overpoweredness anyway. The thing is, they just kept driving me back. They had a lot of forces, and the only reason that I won is that I killed enough of their succubi and sylphs that they stopped coming, and it was just melee units, so they had no ranged units, and only then I was able to beat them with my own ranged units and spells. Overall, that took a really long time, longer than 12. 12 was a fitting, appropriate final battle. 11 took a bit longer than I hoped, but for good reason, I guess. And now we know that we can kill enough enemies that they don't show up anymore. It's just hard. It takes a lot of time. And if we go to the upgrade screen, we have everything in these 3 webs: Popo's web, Simon's web, and Vigraf's, except the Titans. The 3 Titans, we do not have them yet. I think what we're going to do next is probably... Well, it's time to start upgrading, first of all. Definitely that. The Succubus proved to be a very, very good unit on level 11, with crowd control. So... but I kinda wanna upgrade the tank too, because we can have 2 Succubi. But if we upgrade the tank twice, we can have 2 tanks. Okay, well, I'm gonna upgrade the Succubus. She deserved it. I mean, I can upgrade the tank and then do it again, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna have enough money for it. First, let's upgrade Popo to Epic Dwarf. We need to start upgrading our heroes. And it is very tempting to do it again, because we have the money. We can do it right here, right now. But I don't want to unlock this just yet. I want to first give the units that I have already a chance to shine, to show themselves when they're upgraded a bit more. So I'm not gonna upgrade Popo yet, again. I'm not gonna upgrade the tank, because I only want to upgrade the tank once we can get a more total population. And since this upgrade costs 14,000, the next one is gonna cost more than 14,000, and we're not gonna have enough money for it. So, right now, I'm tempted to spend the money on something like the Sylphs or another Succubus upgrade instead. I could upgrade the Succubi and the Sylphs, so I have 3 of each. I don't want to upgrade people like Bombers or obviously Dwarf Engineers. Phantom Ghosts, I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna be all that great even when they're at a good level. Mighty Guardians, though, they are worth upgrading. I mean, they are probably our main frontline unit right now, if we don't count the heroes. So I'm gonna sink one upgrade into the Mighty Guardians, and well, the Succubi have just impressed me more than the Sylphs so far. If I upgrade the Sylphs, I'm gonna have like 3 of them and 2 Succubi. But wouldn't it be better to have 3 Succubi and 2 Sylphs? So at level 2, they have almost the same attack, but Succubi. Okay, well, the Sylphs attack is gonna be better if we factor in the fact that they have more Sylphs. But I don't know, I feel like crowd controlling more. You know, we have other units to do damage, or just our sheer combination of units. And the Sylphs don't have an amazing attack, they have just somewhat of an attack. So yep, screw it, I am going to with Succubi. There's now 3 of them and they do 60 attack. So we have upgraded our units, and we're going to be stronger in the next battles. And you guys agree, yeah, that Succubi are more worth upgrading here. So for now, that's going to be it. I don't think we're gonna do any more levels today. Next week on Saturday or Sunday, as usual probably. And as I said, but you guys, not all of you guys might have seen that, in the description there is a link to the Discord server that I made, just so we can like agree on things. We can agree on when to do a stream, like Saturday or Sunday, and which games to play after we run out of Epic War games. So feel free to join it, and just I mean, yeah, we're just gonna discuss on like when to do the next stream, or you know, things like that. That makes it convenient, so that I don't have to guess. That maybe if I stream now, then we're gonna be available like as many of us as possible. So you know, that's the reason that I decided to make it, so we can like be in a place that we can agree on this ahead of time. So anyway, that was the first stream of Epic War 4. In the next one, we're going to expand both in breadth and in depth. And things are gonna get exciting as we start unlocking some really good units and making the units that we do have better by upgrading them. And I mean, the upgrading does matter a lot here. A level 5 unit is like much better than a level 1 unit, generally, in the game. Mainly because of population, but I mean... Yeah, and I might actually farm a bit of money before starting the next stream, so we have some more to work with. We don't get money as often as we could hope, but yeah, I might do that. But for now, for today, that is it. So thank you guys for joining the stream and watching, and hopefully see you guys in the next one, which will be, as long as things go according to plan, next week. Although that is exam week. So I might have to spend a bit more time like doing the final projects or preparing for exams in college. So no promises about the next week. I will try. If not, it's just gonna be the week after the next week. And as I said, we can just agree on that in the Discord server. The color for beating on epic is I think blue. Green is for beating on hard, yellow for normal, and red for not beating. So see you guys later in the next stream. Bye.